Hello and welcome to Breathedge. Very excited for this game. When I first heard about it, I was not. Honestly. When I first heard about it, I was like, I don't know. But over time, it has slowly been winning me over, and I've heard more and more people talk about it. So I am excited to check this game out. I do love me a good space game. Okay. I can see this game is not going to be as serious as some people told me it was. Okay. So on the one hand, I want to see like I don't want to have any censorship if there's no reason for it. I don't have a problem with smoking. But on the other hand, I want to know what the more useful thing is. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Here you are again. Did you have time to think of how to behave during the interrogation? Remind him, R2D3.
Ow.
You tell us all you know from the beginning. No lie. Confirm?
Ah.
You tell us all from the beginning or violence. You tell us that you fly to the funeral, but the liner explode radicals of green universe. Confirm?
Tell him. 2073, somewhere on the outskirts of the universe. Okay. Unnamed. I think it's okay for a game to be completely and totally silly as long as it sets that tone from the beginning, which this one has. Like, yes, we're in a bad situation with apparently the robot mafia, but it's already set the tone. Okay. Green universe. Oh boy. Thing just imploded. Breathedge. Chapter 1. Lost in Space.
You lied to me. Logo was impossible. Could not see the shuttle from space. Tell truth, no lie. Confirm?
I wonder if it was supposed to start playing that again, or if it was just supposed to go into the loading screen. I don't know. I've gotten so used to early access titles that I just don't know what to believe anymore. Loading screen is a little long. So, dear viewer, how you been? Oh, here we go. Okay.
Greetings. I'm your funerary spacesuit's built-in guide to the world of space funerals. Before we
Oh,
start communicating further, confirm that you are still able to read after the impact.
Yeah, I can read.
Splendid. You've gotten into a non-standard situation. The Breathedge Global Funeral Agency is proud of its impeccable history. However, your death may cause the loss of its reputation. Therefore, we suggest that you start the
No,
assay against
no,
your life.
no, no,
Stop
no.
blinking.
That's a
You will
problem.
need an object
That's a
without any
problem.
holes.
No. An object without any holes. Need to find something to plug it with. Gears required. Okay. Can't get back there. All right. Just for a little bit, buddy. I promise. I'll get you back off of there. Okay. I need
Stop
to not be
blinking.
losing
You will need an
oxygen
object
for a
without
minute.
any holes.
Okay, he's not exploding though. I thought he was gonna explode, but he might be. He might be. No, he's good. Okay, we need chewing gum.
Picking up any useful items, you can stuff them in your pockets, calling it an inventory, if you will.
No, not with this. Not with our chicken friend.
Stop leakage.
No.
You'll need an object without any holes.
Where did that gum go? It was in my inventory, wasn't it?
Take out the chewing gum from your pocket. Try not to stick it somewhere except for your face. You deserve some words of encouragement.
There we
That's
go.
Impressive. You've almost won. Remember that the funerary spacesuit isn't designed for long-term use of persons or animals in outer space. It is recommended to immediately
Ah.
call for help on the interphone, improve the spacesuit, or become depressed.
There we go. I loved and carefully collected such things. Huh. Real blueprint. Okay.
When you discover a new blueprint of an item, it is automatically added to the memory or processor in the kitchen, where you can create this item using the necessary resources. Probably.
Very cool. Green Universe broccoli attack. Green Universe activists promise new terrorist attacks if burying any kind of meat in space not prohibited. Our independent publication continues to cover the activities of the Green Universe Radical Group. This formidable terrorist organization appeared recently and has already managed to inflict irreparable damage to several lawns, splash 3 people with brilliant green, and leave digested broccoli on the doorstep of the White House. Residents of all the planets are in a panic. When will these elusive funeral fighters strike again? And can anyone stop them? Okay. Okay. This car exhibition turns out to be a disguise of cannibal chipmunks.
What a loud headline. But the probability of the liner crashing due to a terrorist attack is 65%.
Aw. Huh. That's pretty good. Pictures of the chicken. Family heirloom now belongs to me, and I can't even get rid of it by giving it to anybody. The autographs of Grandpa's best friends. It's from the times when their crazy gang went on, as they called it, a space odyssey. Which lasted almost a year and put them on the blacklist of most bars of inhabited planets. They're really cool guys, all already gone. I'm glad it put me back in my suit. Interesting. Okay.
The waste disposal system is damaged and is operating in reverse mode. The toilet can suck objects flying past the shuttle when the tanks are full.
Ah. No, we're good. Right now, anyway. Find the interphone or get depressed. Home number. I can't reach it, of course. Well, there's no one to call unless I say hello to the cockroaches. We get to feed the chicken. Number 2008. Looks like India. Somehow I've never asked where this photo's from.
Just the antenna, you'll have to go into outer space.
All right. Chicken was passed on in our family from generation to generation, but she loved Grandpa even more than worms, I think. Grandpa always returned the affection. I've always been good looking, although my beard was not as thick in my childhood. By the age of 3, it got better. Harry the cat was my first and last pet. He was a proud and a good one. Even the chicken respected him, I guess. At least she attacked me more than him. My grandfather. I don't know when I painted it exactly, but I remember that my grandpa's colleagues were laughing their heads off and calling it alcohol. Oh, why he hung it over his bed is a mystery. Happy birthday. My notion of starships in childhood didn't differ much from my knowledge of them today. I did this masterpiece at 6 or 7, and I'm still proud of it. Grandpa couldn't live without space, but he loved home very much, just as any astronaut. So use Breathedge carrots. Small carrot. Oh, right, because we replaced it with carrots instead of a cigarette. Oh, that's great. That's great. Fight the anti-carrot, active anti-carrot propaganda. All right, well, I guess let's go into space and see if we can fix the antenna.
A source of increased radiation is detected. Probably this is the central core of the liner. Be careful, the radiation will kill you instantly in such a suit. The shuttle got caught on some larger debris. Lucky.
Lucky
That was a close
indeed.
call. Try to adjust the antenna. You've got great engineering skills. You have broken the antenna completely. Now you will need some special equipment and interphone activation codes, which are encrypted in memory of the steering wheel if it's still intact. Be careful with the vacuum breakdowns. An electric shock of such power can lead to the failure of my systems, and I can't guarantee the safety of your corpse before the arrival of the funeral team.
Right? I think it might be time to turn off the music. Not coming from there. Coming from there. There we go. The interphone is broken. We're gonna have to go back out in space. Final frontier. I'm gonna guess at some point we get
steering wheel. You need to try to connect to it.
the ability to go further away.
Password matching algorithm, I managed to hack the interphone activation codes. Now all that's left is to build a cryptographic debugging station and reconfigure the interphone using these codes, which will take about 5 years with your current skills.
Oh, great. Awesome. Thanks.
Remember that you are still able to become depressed.
Yeah. No, I know. All right. Do we have a recipe for the thing? Okay, there we go. I was getting really confused and really concerned for a second there. We need metal and wire. Okay. It's a good picture. Okay. We're gonna have to go out into space to get metal and wire, aren't we? Okay. Yeah, let's take it and put it on. Okay. Yeah, that seems like a bad idea. Okay. Ah, I see. Yeah. I was about to ask, isn't that like a really bad idea? I do think it's really funny that all this helpful information is like stored away, you know? Okay, yeah, sure. Sure, why not? All right. Yeah, let's turn the radio off. Radio's starting to get a little annoying. All right. Did it just turn itself back on? Or no, the tape is playing again. All right, remove the tape. There we go. Okay, so we gotta go out into space, try to find stuff we need. Metal, and we need wire, and we need a handy scrapper to be able to do that. Okay, but we gotta keep an eye on our oxygen.
The sensors report the presence of some nearby cooling gel. Its microscopic particles can settle on the glass of the spacesuit, forming some beautiful frostwork, which can lead to visibility deterioration. I understand that such an image can horrify you, but put your mind at ease. You will need to pay only half the cost of a damaged spacesuit in such a situation. The Breathedge agency is proud of its loyal attitude towards clients.
Alright, we need to find a handy scrapper. We have to make a handy scrapper? Equipment, tools, drill would be great. Resources, deposit resource, objects, food. Don't have any of that. Rubber, but I don't have any metal. Or anything we missed. Right? Thing we didn't take that we should. Oh, what's in here? Oh, it's just a container to be able to store stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Thing over here that we met. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Once more into the breach, dear friends. Once more.
Judging by the primary analysis of the destruction, most of the passengers of the liner died. This might be the biggest catastrophe in the history of astronautics, the reasons for which are yet to be clarified.
Sorry, buddy, but I need through where you're at. Water. Food. Right, do you have anything in here? You have a handy scrapper? Running low on air. Right, we're gonna have to head back. Need air. We're gonna have to make these trips in bits and pieces till we get enough air to be able to explore more. This game seems really cool. Like, there's a lot of comedy in it, you know, but also there's a lot going on, and this would be kind of a horrifying situation to be in. A lot I want to explore, too. Like, I really just want to see all around space here. Here's the antenna we launched off. What's that? We'd have to break it. Man, we are moving at high speed out here. We gotta watch our air.
Judging by the degree of decomposition, this subject died long before the catastrophe. We have a murder here, Sherlock, and we just have to ignore it.
Blood-stained hammer.
Covered in blood. The victim is also stained in blood. Probably,
Light
it
bulb.
is unlikely that he suffocated from this, being in a spacesuit where oxygen is sufficient for an entire full breath.
Shears. All right, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go get air. We can come back and check this out. Yeah, I know. I'm going back. I do want to come right back and check it out, but... Ha! Grab her! Equipment. Tools. Have shears now. Or no, we have scissors. We don't have shears. We can make shears once we get some more stuff. Hammer would be really handy. Get some more ice, we can make some bottles of water. Have a bottle of water already that we can... I threw down instead of drinking. How do we drink? Ah, there we go. With it being space, there should be a lot of ice too. Go back down here. More ice. Go back down here and see if there's any more stuff we can take. And if not, then I have to explore elsewhere. Grab that metal. Drill. It's like there's still something left here we could do, but I don't have the thing needed to do it, you know? Afraid our marriage. Oh no. Okay.
A note is written by a woman who can professionally handle stationary items.
Yeah? We gotta go back for air. Man, I'm so excited to be able to get like improved oxygen, just be able to go around this area. Like it looks like there's a ton of stuff to look at, you know? I know, I'm going back. Then press F to... Drains our water, though. That seems like a bad thing to do. Okay, let's go out for one more excursion, and then we'll call it. I want to see if there's anything else back here. Missed while we were sailing through the... Anything on you? No? Okay. Curious about the immortal chicken. Oh, wait, we can... Oh, we need a handy scrapper for that. Far out should we go? Oh, look at... So much to see! Space is... That blue light, what's going on? Gotta get back to the ship. Love space games so much. Especially those that just let you explore, you know? Alright, we're gonna do one more excursion. Then we're gonna call it. Gotta figure out how to get metal. Either we gotta find a handy scrapper, we gotta make a handy scrapper. You know? Metal! Those little balls are metal. Okay. Alright, we can do this. Movement, a little interesting. Yeah, there we go. Kind of wish I had verniers, and maybe we'll get verniers later, you know? The metal. What else did we need? Got the metal. Wire. Surely I can find some wire out there. Surely there's some loose wire just floating somewhere. This. Oh, oh. Precious goo. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Like a good thing. Have some wire. Like this is wire over here, isn't it? But it's all electrified. Thanks, buddy. My immortal chicken. One, two, if you don't mind. You. And let's grab this one too while we're at it. Then we gotta go back for air. Oh, drifted too far away. There we go. And we gotta go back for air. But surely we can get some of that wire now that it's not all electrified. It's gonna be a problem if we keep just bouncing around. All right. There. Some of your wire. Have some, please. Right. Seems like the food and stuff is like actually pretty reasonable, you know? Like, I have this nutrition package, and I could go ahead and fill it back up, but I don't necessarily have to right now, you know? Which is pretty cool. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. Alright. Still need...
A model from the advertisement of the Global Funeral Agency.
Wire.
She looks good even without her head, but I wouldn't recommend touching the picture, as it could be regarded as sexual harassment.
Huh. Is there any wire up here? Thanks, my immortal chicken friend. One more expedition, and then we'll call it. Because if not, I won't stop, and I'll just keep going, and I have other things I have to record. One more. Head down here. Man, this looks so cool.
Toilet detected. Some of our clients are very sensitive about toilet talk, and therefore we included a dictionary filter which will replace the word feces with the word joy.
Fabric in case we need it. Any wire, though. Watch wire be like something I can already make, and I'm just not noticing it. Oh, crud. There's wires right there, aren't there? Okay. More air. More air. The way that stuff still has physics is really interesting. I like it. Want that metal? That spool of wire? I'll have a handy spanner to break it. Alright, well, let's check and see if we can make wire, and if I'm just a big dummy. Can. Resources. Find metal. Roll of fabric. No. Okay, well, we're going to call it here. But I like this a lot. I want to keep playing around with it. It's cool. Until next time, though, I've been Trey. It's been the Full Spectrum. You know your thoughts on Breathedge in the comment section down below. And remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. Space has to offer.